Hi. No, it's weird. That's weird. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Jordan with Protagonist Coffee. Talking to you today about the Kalita Wave. Flat bottom brewer. Totally different than the Chemex. Totally different than the V60. These are conical brewers, conical shape, cone, right? Flat bottom offers you a little bit of a difference compared to these other pour over vessels. I hate that word, vessels. We'll call them pieces of equipment. What does the flat bottom mean? What does it matter to us? Well, per the Specialty Coffee Association, the basket geometry affects the manner in which the liquid flows through the bed of coffee grounds and thus offers the mass transfer process by which molecules move out of the solid coffee grounds and into the liquid. It has been found that flat bottom baskets produce coffee with a lower total dissolved solids than cone filters. All right. So it's typically noted that these flat bottom brewers produce more brighter, fruitier coffees than the conical ones where they're more cocoa-y and nutty. Like, I don't know if that's true, to be honest. Me personally, maybe I can tell that. I think that's just people trying to figure out stuff to say to make these products seem more interesting. To be honest, just do what you like, right? Try them all out and do what you like. So we're gonna do a quick tutorial on how to make a cup of coffee with the Kalita Wave. Quick comparison. Kalita Wave filter, you can see it sits flat, right? V60 does not sit flat. So we're gonna start by preheating our brewer here. We're gonna flush this out, get all the papery taste out of our filter, discard that water, realize that you didn't put enough water in from the last one. Let's talk about grind size with the Kalita Wave. Now you can sort of figure out what works well for you, what you like. For me, if you're making one serving, straight medium grind size I think is perfect. I went with a medium coarseness. So we have our medium size grounds. We're just gonna throw them in. And we're gonna flatten out this bed here. Make sure it's nice and flat so that way we get an even extraction. Super simple. Just waiting on our water to warm. The good thing about the Fellow Stag, which is what this is that it does warm water super quick. We're not sponsored by Fellow. They're not paying us, they didn't give us any of this stuff, but for the prosumer coffee person at home, love Fellow. It's great stuff. Plus their stuff looks so good. I mean, look how good this looks. They have a lot of different models. They have the cool wood finishes and everything. Check Fellow out. Right here, we got 25 grams of coffee. That's gonna be a total of 400 grams of water that we're gonna put through this thing. So let's do it. As always, we bloom our coffee. We give it 30 seconds to open up. We're gonna double the amount of volume of coffee to water. So 25 grams of coffee, that means we're gonna put 50 grams of water in here. So what the bloom does is that it helps release all that carbon dioxide that happens from the roasting process. Whenever you heat those beans, gases get trapped. The bloom helps release those, and by releasing all of those bubbles of gas around your grounds, you're able to get a better extraction. We give it 30 seconds. Start your timer. It's a good looking bloom. Good looking bloom. Now we're gonna pour. Slight difference here. Since we're dealing with a flatbed, we're not doing big circles. We're doing tiny concentric circles all around. So not this, right? Like we do with conical brewers, it's this. I hope that translates. Tiny concentric circles in one bigger circle. Typical rule of thumb, pour to around 60% of your total volume that you're wanting. Now the goal is whenever you're doing a flatbed filter is when you're done, when all the water has passed through and you're left with your grounds bed on the top, you want a very flat, even ground bed. That shows that you did it right. You're gonna have a good extraction. You're not gonna have, weird hills and ridges. And if you have a flat ground bed whenever you're done, that shows that you did that. So we let those grounds just begin to expose themselves, and we're gonna go in for our final pour where we're gonna pour 400 total grams of water. Boom, and that's it. If you got your beans dialed in, you understand the density of your bean, you've got your grind size right, you've got your flow right. This should be done anywhere between 3.5 minutes, maybe 3:45. We're done. Perfectly flat ground bed, grind bed, I still know what to say. Flat bed of ground coffee. That's what you're looking for. So we're gonna take this over here, discard that. And we got an awesome cup of coffee right here, made by the Kalita Wave. I mean, let's be honest, even if it was bad, I would lie right now and say it was good, but it's really good. It's good coffee. If you grind fresh, you execute, you use the right equipment, you pay attention, that's the thing. That's one of the big kickers, right? You're starting to make your pour over. You know, you run over to feed the dog, or you forget that your toast is burning or something, you come back 5 minutes later. Well, you've let those grinds be exposed for a long time. You can't make consistent coffee if you don't pay attention to it, right? So while it may take a little bit of extra attention, maybe a little bit of extra time, it's worth it. Guys, thanks so much for checking out our video. Learn a little bit more about the flatbed Kalita Wave. Really appreciate it. As always, go check us out on Instagram. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks so much for checking us out. We'll see you next time.